T-Pose Luigi is a rare example of a meme character that was created with a decent amount of effort and released in a genuinely fun state. He may not be my favourite character, but he's got a lot of cool things about him. I played with him in his V2 state, and the 2.1 update that adds Mario was released after I collected footage, so I'm not going to be mentioning anything about that. So, without further ado, let's begin. Starting with his mid-air jump abilities, of which there are two, which you can switch between using custom 1. There is the air drill and the coon suit, and I definitely know which one I prefer. The air drill is essentially an extra high jump, with a descent that can be sped up using the spin button. I really do not like this ability, because it makes Luigi extremely hyperactive in air, which means it is almost impossible to actually use this ability for any benefit. Obviously, you're supposed to use this to reach high platforms, but because of how uncontrollable Luigi becomes in this state, it becomes near impossible to actually land on anything. You can argue that this is a meme character, and that this could be construed as part of the joke, but personally this ability just isn't fun. It's just annoying. Therefore, pretty much by default, my preferred ability is the coon suit. It's a reskin of Metal Sonic's hover, sure, but at least I can control the damn thing. And also, the fact that Luigi genuinely does lose all animation in this state and just floats is funny than him spasming out, at least to me. And by using spin on the ground, you can use the Poltergust 100 to create a tornado around you that sucks in any nearby enemies. I guess Luigi has secretly been an airbender this entire time. It's pretty overpowered, because it basically means any normal enemies can't even touch you, never mind hit you, but the Poltergust does have one major flaw. If you hold spin for too long, Luigi will explode, causing you to fly away, usually into a bottomless pit. And because this is essentially your spin dash, doing this will cause you to, Luigi, how are you doing that? Even the basic laws of physics bow to your whim. T-Pose Luigi Sprite is great. Notice the lack of plural use there? Because one of the benefits of making a character whose entire point is to always be in a single pose is the fact that you then don't need to make any more sprites for them. I'm fairly certain that even when using the Poltergust or coon suit, those are simply plopped on top of Luigi without any change to the original sprite. In fact, I'm fairly certain the only change to the sprite while in your base state is if you are blown away by the Poltergust, as Luigi's hand gets crumpled up by the hit. Still keeps up the pose though, committed to the end. What a trooper. Luigi does drop the act during one situation though. When he goes super, he sets his modern, Gen Z ways, and returns to his former, beautiful 8-bit glory. Growing several times larger than his original form, now he is even less controllable than he used to be. Turns out platforming is difficult when you can barely see the platforms you need to land on underneath your glorious shadow. Beyond the size increase, this super form is basically everything you'd expect. Invulnerability, a speed increase, a jump increase, and a change in music. Decent enough, although the music is a banger. T-Pose Luigi is a strange thing. I'm not talking about his abilities, those are consistent enough and make decent sense. But I mean, just look at him. Visible socks and beady eyes are there as a distraction to the raw power that this guy seems to possess. His dedication to the bit is unnatural. I don't think any of his movements are even close to physically possible. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Partially out of fear, and partially out of awe. Being completely serious though, he is fun, but I do wish his air drill sensitivity was turned down several magnitudes. I was planning on doing another Alan Wake video after this, but then RushChars was released, so that's going to be next instead. But in more general channel related news, I've apparently unlocked the ability to do community posts. The assumption is that I was supposed to be notified at 500 subscribers, but it was for some reason delayed for notifying me. I don't really know why I'm telling you this, because the community tab seems to be pretty much just a version of Twitter that people don't often use. But yeah, it was important enough that YouTube wanted to notify me about it. I guess I could run polls on what mods to do next, but to be honest, people usually just recommend mods to me on my Discord server. Even if I did want to do them, I could probably run them on my Twitter. Ignoring that fruitless rambling, I hope you enjoyed the video, and ciao.